So by the title of the video, you probably already know what I'm going to be talking about. And so I really just want to take this opportunity to just add some context behind why I decided to make the decision that I ultimately made. I want to start off by talking a little bit about how my appointment setting journey has gone so far. So I have been an appointment setter for about 2 years now, and it was very, very cool, very life changing, I must say. I was a newbie getting into the online business space, thinking that the best thing to start was an IPGA, short form content agency. You know how it goes. And yeah, we all watched those Iman Gadji videos and thought, hey, this could be me. So I went ahead and started down that journey and failed very, very quickly. I just didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know marketing. I didn't know sales. I didn't know anything. Okay. And I had bought into a program, and I realized my only chance of making any money was working for somebody else. I didn't even think about skill stacking, or that wasn't even my intention. My intention was to make money. Okay. And so I used my existing network at that time and, pestered the business owner that, was partnered with to give me a role as an appointment setter because he needed one at the time. And finally, after bugging him enough, he actually let me inside of his account and told me to go nuts, right? He actually went on a quick vacation that week, so it was kind of odd. But he ended up returning to a pretty packed out calendar. And so quickly he knew I was able to actually do the thing. Now, that being said, I did have my growth opportunity. So I kind of sucked at the beginning. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just hoping, can I get this person on a sales call? And got lucky a couple of times, but came to that realization that I needed work and I needed to develop. And a lot of time passed, and really it was about repetition at that point. And so the first couple of months went pretty well in terms of income for me. I ended up making about $3,000, and that was huge for me, right? Even in my regular 9 to 5 job, I didn't come close to that. I was making about 2,000 a month. And so, that was pretty game changing. Fast forward a couple of months, I was averaging about $6,000 with appointment setting. And, even in July 2023, we hit a record month of 220,000 in sales for the actual company, which resulted in my record month, right, of $11,000 in commissions. So very, very cool, awesome opportunity. And I can't even begin to tell you guys that was not even the best part. Last year, I made 80,000 with appointment setting only. But what I got in return in terms of knowledge and just learning how to lead a team was so much more valuable, it wasn't even funny. And because I had all of this knowledge built out, I really felt like I needed to start making some sort of impact rather than just booking people into sales calls. And this was after, I want to say, a year and a half when I launched First Class Setter. And First Class Setter, for those of you guys who don't know, is an appointment setting program where I essentially help people who are stuck in 9 to 5s transition into appointment setting full time. And thankfully, First Class Setter has actually popped off completely faster than I imagined. I knew it was going to pop off eventually, but this has come very, very quick for me. And so I started to become split with two different decisions: continuing appointment setting or fully transition all of my attention towards actually making a real change in the world and getting people out of a life that they hate, right? Working a day job, in the rat race, et cetera, et cetera. And I had an amazing conversation with the business partner that I was working with as an appointment setter, but we both agreed that I can make a bigger impact here. He can continue to make a bigger impact once we both go all in on everything that is that we're working with. And yeah, I could not agree more. And to be honest, I am extremely excited for what we have going on. And so really, I am going to be talking about the future plans with First Class Setter, but I really want this message to hone in on all of you guys who are watching, where I would not be where I'm at with First Class Setter had I not been an appointment setter, guys. And so I will forever be pushing why appointment setting is by far the best skill for you to learn. It's not just about learning the skill of appointment setting, FYI. Okay, the money is cool, the skill learning is cool, but it's everything around being on a team that is actually the thing that's valuable, right? Because again, like I mentioned, I would not know how to make these YouTube videos for you guys. I would not know how to run ads on Instagram, how to even make a proper Instagram reel, etc., right? Or have conversations inside of the DMs. And that is the point that I want to draw home to you, every single one of you guys. If you are a beginner, you're in a 9 to 5, and you want to desperately break into the online business space, but you've tried SMMA, short for content agency, and you feel like it won't work for you, it will, okay? But you just need to be smart about the decisions that you decide to make now that'll affect you 2 years from now. So think about that, guys. Like, I started 2 years ago with appointment setting, and it was cool the first couple of months. It was cool like a year and a half in, right? The income was perfect. But you get to the point where you need to make a decision to grow, and you'll get there. It's scary, trust me, but it's also exciting, and you know you're on the right path if you feel that. And check out another video on my YouTube channel where I literally talk about the trajectory, about what you have to do as a successful entrepreneur, right? Somebody who makes millions and millions. And if you go watch that video, you'll see you start off broke, $0, you have no skills, you give no value to the marketplace, and you go on to the next level. And that's where you're making about 5K a month, and a little bit above. But there you learn a skill, you're on a team, and you have a very good opportunity in front of you. And within that time frame, you develop so many skills that it's just inevitable for you to make 15, 30 and up, right? And I'm talking 30K and up, right? Because the next step is for you to grow in your position. That's like become a closer or a CSM, whatever that is. Or you can branch off and start your own offer. And so I almost felt like it was my responsibility to make this decision so I can show you guys the trajectory that I'm talking about is real, right? The business owner that I was working with as an appointment setter did the exact same thing. He started off building an agency and he hated it, right? Because he didn't really know how to properly start a business. What did he do? He eventually became a closer, and then he eventually became head of client success, and then he was a head coach. And he did that. And we talked about this so many times where he hated his life because he was working 12 hours a day and working like a donkey. But what that did for him now, and as you guys saw, look, last year we hit 220K in a month. He just crossed 1 million in sales on his Stripe account. But my point here is this is the correct decision, and this will be the correct decision for you when that time comes. So if you do want to be an SMMA owner, or you want your own coaching business, or you want to be a growth operator, cool. Accept the fact that that will happen 2 years, maybe even as little as a year from now. Okay, but what can you do right now? What can you do to put yourself in a position where that is literally guaranteed? And honestly, that's the problem that I see with a lot of people now. It's like their time horizon is so freaking short. But now, like, I try my best to think in year intervals, meaning I'm trying to think 5 years from now, 10 years from now. I know it's hard because we want things now, but that is the reality that you guys have to accept. So what am I doing going forward? I am all in on First Class Setter, and First Class Setter is going to be the best program to get your foot in the door within appointment setting. To be honest, I am sick and tired of all the freaking lies that people are pushing just for the sake of a quick buck. Starting an entire business is hard, okay? Especially if you don't know what a VSL is, what a cost per click is, what a ROAS is, right? If you don't know any of those things, then get into appointment setting or just learn a freaking skill, okay? I really just want to make this channel to change lives in general. With First Class Setter, your life will literally be changed guaranteed. But that is the next step for me. We are essentially creating a program that is going to save you from wasting years on end, right? Having to spin your tires, make mistakes that you don't have to make, where you can literally just take the smarter option. I hope you all enjoyed this one. I really meant it to be as raw and authentic as possible. So let me know what you guys thought down below, and I'll see you all in the next video.